Hello students, welcome to another chemistry class. Today's topic is chemical reactions. What are chemical reactions? Chemical reactions are changes in which some new chemical substances are formed. The substances which undergo the chemical change are called reactants, while the new substances formed are called products. Now we'll be looking at types of chemical reactions. We have combination reaction, decomposition, displacement reaction, double decomposition reaction, thermal dissociation reaction, reversible reaction, and oxidation reduction reaction. Let's look at chemical reaction that we term combination. A combination reaction occurs when two or more substances combine to form one single compound. This occurs when two or more substances combine to form one single compound. Combination reactions can occur in any of the following ways. We can have an element reacting with another element to give us a compound. For example, e.g., we have sodium reacting with chlorine to give us sodium chloride. Also, another way is a compound can react with another compound to yield a higher compound. An example of this is lead oxide reacting with sulfur oxide to give us lead sulfate. So lead oxide is a compound. When it reacts with another compound, sulfur oxide, we also get a higher compound. So these are the two ways in which combination reaction can occur. Can have an element reacting with another element to give us a compound, or a compound reacting with another compound to yield a higher compound. Okay, number 2, decomposition reaction. This is a type of chemical reaction in which a single compound splits up into two or more simpler substances. The decomposition reaction is a chemical reaction in which a single compound splits up into two or more simpler substances. Another scenario we can have is when heat is applied. When heat is involved in a decomposition reaction, we call it thermal decomposition. In this case, heat energy is used to bring about the splitting up of the single compound. An example of this is the composition of lead nitrate. Heat give us 2 lead oxide plus 4 nitrogen oxide plus oxygen gas. So this is an example of a thermal decomposition where heat is used to split up a single compound. You have lead nitrate here. When heat is is supplied, it will split up to lead oxide, nitrogen oxide, and oxygen. Number 3, displacement reaction. This is the type of chemical reaction in which an element or a radical replaces another element or radical in a compound. An element or a radical replaces another element or a radical in a compound. That is, A plus By give us B plus Ay. We can say that A has displaced B in this reaction, so you now have A plus Ay. So this is an example of a displacement reaction. Let's look at the displacement of copper by zinc in this reaction. Now in this reaction, zinc, this is zinc plus copper 2 tetrasulfate 6 source. Zinc displaces copper in copper sulfate. Then we have zinc sulfate and copper. So copper will now be seen as a deposit in the chemical medium. The ability of an element or radical to displace another is determined by their relative position in the electrochemical series. The more electropositive element will definitely displace the less electropositive element. As we have seen in this displacement reaction, zinc is more electropositive than copper, so that's why it is able to displace copper out of this copper sulfate compound. Number 4, we have reversible reactions. These are chemical reactions in which the product formed may react to form the original reactant. This depends on the chemical condition taking place. Then we have A plus B. Under normal chemical condition, A plus B reacts to form C, product C, and product D. But in some cases, reversibility can take place in which these two products C and D will then react to form back the original reactant. An example here is the reaction between iron fillings and steam. Iron can react with steam. This is water in gaseous state, so we call it steam, to form iron oxide and hydrogen gas. So under some chemical condition, these two products can react together to form the original reactant. So this symbol here is a symbol used to denote reversible reaction. So whenever you see this symbol, it shows that this reaction, the chemical reaction that has been written down, is reversible. If it is not reversible, you just see a single arrow head. But if it is reversible, another example of a chemical reaction is double decomposition. In a double decomposition, the reactant decomposes to form new substance by an exchange of radical. Example, we have reactant AB. It reacts with reactant CD to form products AD and CB. Now we see that there's an exchange of radicals here. So that's the major feature of double decomposition. We have an example here of silver nitrate reacting with sodium chloride to form silver chloride and sodium nitrate. So this is an example of a double decomposition reaction. Usually in a double decomposition reaction, the two reactants are soluble and one of the products is soluble while the other one is insoluble. Like we see here, they are aqueous, so they are both soluble, but one of the products here, silver chloride, is not soluble, so it comes out as a precipitate in the reaction medium, while sodium nitrate is soluble. So the two reactants are soluble, while one of the products is soluble but the other product is insoluble. A double decomposition reaction is used in the preparation of an insoluble or volatile compound, since it can be separated from the other substances in the reaction. Next one we have is catalytic reaction. Any chemical reaction that uses a catalyst is called a catalytic reaction. An example is the oxidation of sulfur 4 oxide. This reaction uses nitrogen 2 oxide as a catalyst, and it occurs in a gaseous state. And the next one is thermal dissociation. This is a type of chemical reaction in which a molecule of a substance dissociates into two or more simpler molecular atoms on the application of heat. So when heat is applied to a substance, it will dissociate into two or more substances. Here we have ammonium chloride. On application of heat, ammonia gas is formed and hydrogen chloride gas is also formed. Now the difference between thermal dissociation and thermal decomposition is that thermal dissociation is reversible. As you can see, the reversible sign is here. It is reversible. So that's the difference between thermal dissociation and thermal decomposition. This thermal dissociation is reversible, while thermal decomposition is not reversible. Lastly, we have oxidation reduction reaction, or what is commonly called redox reaction. This type of chemical reaction involves oxidation and reduction, and there is usually a transfer of electron from one atom to another. So in this case, one substance is getting oxidized while the other substance is getting reduced. So in our next class, we're going to look at oxidation reaction in full. Please don't forget to click on the subscription button. Thank you, and see you in the next class.